Hey y'all, it's Jasmine and I'm back again for another episode of my TV Talkback series. And I'm in front of the camera again, but this time I am barefaced. And that's because you guys are gonna sit with me while I do my makeup and discuss the show, okay? So this is new for me. I have not done my makeup on camera in probably almost a year. But also, I don't know, the setup is different since the last time I did it. I'm literally going to be searching for all my products as I talk about the show. The only thing I have in front of me is my drink and my notes. So this is going to be interesting, but we will see how it goes. And if you like it, I might do it again. But because I have 3 different shows to get through, I just figured since I'm going to do my makeup anyways, I might as well talk about the first show while I do my makeup. So I hope you guys like it. If you do, don't forget to like the video, comment, and subscribe to my channel. So let's get started. In this video, we're going to talk about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the first episode that came on this past Monday. We're on season 10, episode 14. So I guess we're going to continue where we left off. I don't know why they didn't just start another season, but whatever. We're getting into the first episode that just came on. And also, I'm about to get into my brows. So as I look for the product. All right, so we started off this episode and everybody is like walking up to a show, which we eventually get to see that we're at the girl Rennie's show. And she was up here last season, or, you know, the first part of the season. And I think we got to see a little bit of drama with her mom. And, you know, basically they were showing like her try to balance basically doing shows, her career, and taking care of her kids. So I'm going to use a combination of 2 products to get my brows. But yeah, so as we get into the episode, the first thing I noticed is that the girls are in their bag, okay? Like, these girls are fully settled into this reality TV show space. The makeup and hair is good. The cinematography is good. It really just looks like a music video. You know, it's definitely giving. The filming, like, it looks good. So the first person we see is, well, the first 2 people we see is Rashida and Kirk walking up. And Rashida mentions to us that, you know, this time around she's trying to work smarter, not harder. Which, if she truly was working smarter, she would fire her kids at Frost Bistro. But we'll get there. But we also see Ciara, and Ciara says she is moving forward with planning her future with that new guy that she's with. I don't remember if they're engaged or not, but it's the guy that she got with after she gave BK his ring back. And we also see Erica Mena still struggling with Safari, nothing interesting there. But like I said, everyone is at this Rennie, I think her name is Rennie Rucci. Everyone is at this Rennie Rucci show. The thing about these cheap brow products is that they eventually dry out a little bit. So I normally use like L'Oreal's gel liner in brown and dark brown, but I can't find the dark brown anywhere, and that's the one that I'm really out on. So yeah. But anywho, as we get into the first scene of the show, they try to get us to believe that Ciara and Rennie are homegirls now, which we definitely didn't see this in the first part of this season. But Ciara pretty much tries to get us to believe that they kind of got cool through Instagram and maybe like some type of brand partnership. I don't know. Personally, my theory is that follow me. Rennie was part of she kind of had her separate storyline from like the main characters. So as we see Rashida, Yandy, Carly Red, you know, all those girls normally get together and do stuff separately. But in the first part of the season, Rennie kind of had her own thing going, as well as we saw Amaretta the Great, I think her name is. This is not Atlanta. Her and the girl, I can't think of her name, but the I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm rich, I'm that bitch. Her. They had like their own storylines apart from everybody else. But as we kind of see this go around, Amaretta and the other girl are not on the show, but Rennie still is. So I believe that the producers kind of was like, we need to get Rennie in the mix. Therefore, we don't lose her in doing her own stuff. And so that's my theory. That's why all of a sudden they're cool now. So she can kind of be in the scenes with like the main cast members. Okay. So the way I do my brows may not be a preferred way for a lot of people, but I feel like because I'm dark skinned, I want you to see my brows. And a lot of the dark products available end up looking kind of ashy. So yeah, I'm working on finding a new way to do these, but just work with me. By the time I go back around with concealer and foundation and all that stuff, it won't look that bad. So I'm going to go back over that line I just made to kind of blend it out a little bit before it dries. That way you can still kind of see an ombre effect, but it's more pronounced. Alright guys, I'm back, so let's get back into it. So during the scene where we're at Rennie Rucci's concert, we see Carly, who's still a main character despite all of the drama that she continues to bring to the ladies, because that's why she's employed. And Carly is just talking about what she's been going through since we last saw her. And of course she brings up Lamar, because we saw Lamar last season, but we literally don't care. I'm about to conceal my eyebrows with this Ruby Kisses like concealer, a foundation duo, 3D face creator. And this is level 15. But yes, we literally don't care. Like, girl, when we saw you and Lamar, we knew that was for Love and Hip Hop, and now that you're bringing him up again, it's like we didn't care then and we don't care now. And I'm taking the darker side of that foundation duo, and it's a little more natural to me. And my brows look a little bit crazy now, but if you give me a second, just give me a minute, we'll see how I make it look a little bit natural. So I'm gonna take the remainder of what's on my brush and just kind of outline the front portion of the top of my brows. I'm gonna take this concealer in Rich Ebony to get the outside of my brows. But yeah, so we see Rennie Rucci, which is the one rapping during this little concert. And Rennie is engaged to Fujiano, but Fujiano is a man who is about to be in prison for 5 years. And Rennie says she's gonna stick beside him. So next we see Ciara, and Ciara's discussing her relationship with Eric, which is the new fiance. Ciara says living with Eric is hard, and she was married pretty young with, I don't even know if her and that man have kids together, but she was married pretty early or young with the man that she was with the first season we saw her. And so she's just realizing that you don't know a person until you live with them. And I guess I realized that Ciara is probably still in her 20s, if not like about 30 at this point, but she isn't much younger than that. And so next we see, like, because they're literally at, they're literally all over the concert at this point. So Rennie Rucci is still performing. And so we see Rashida. And Rashida is acting like she don't realize that Shekinah and Erica Mena are cool. So then they explain to her that they got real close. So they got to know each other at the family reunion little spinoff that they had. And since the family reunion, not only have they gotten cool, but they get to know more is coming out about Safari. So more is coming out about Safari, and he's dating people, and so Rashida says what we are all thinking, which is, Erica, you filed for divorce, so how can you be hurt that you see him like thotting and bopping around here with more people because you decided to make that decision or whatever. So of course we're gonna see how that like is playing out right now. But basically, of course, he's with other people. So after we see the concert, we see Jock. And Jock and Kendra have been engaged for 3 years. And he says she's a soldier. And that's what makes him, I guess, he's moving forward with this. And it makes him feel like he's making the right decision. But he says that she weathered the storm, which, a little tidbit for y'all, that's what black women do best. But Jock and Kendra are getting married. So we see Jock and Kendra, and they're talking about their wedding plans. And I guess Cena, which is the baby mom that we've seen on this show before, her daughters are supposed to be in the wedding, but Cena, okay, so Kendra sends Cena a DM of all things, but Cena hasn't replied to it. And this is Jock's baby mama. So why wouldn't you just call the girl, text the girl? Like, I'm pretty sure at this point she gets a lot of DMs. But whatever the case, Cena has not replied to the DM. So they don't know if his daughters are going to be a part of it. I guess they have twin girls together. And so they don't know if she's going to be a part of it. But then they get on to Carly Red. And Carly is not invited to the wedding. And I'm like, good. Him and Carly haven't been together officially in many seasons of this show, but is also the same person that, her and Kendra have had beef doing the show. And it's like her dynamic with Jock is constantly brought up during the show, which I don't understand. At this point, I'm taking that dark brown and running it through my crease just to define my eye. But yeah, it's like somebody like Carly should not be invited to the wedding. Why? But anywho, I guess at this point, Kendra is telling Jock that they've changed the date for the wedding many times. And I'm thinking it's because of the pandemic, but Kendra later says that when you get married during Mercury retrograde, it won't last. But how about when you get married to a nigga with 3 to 4 baby mamas? Maybe that's an indication that it won't last, but we'll see how those things play out. So that's pretty much the eye look I'm going to have. I'm going to add eyeliner later, but only after I spray my setting spray. Next, I'm going to prime my face. This is not the most... It's not the best way to prime your face. I also would not recommend it just because I don't want y'all saying I put y'all on. But this is calamine lotion. And it does the same thing as milk of magnesia. the girls that was using that back in the day. It does that same thing, which is mattify your skin. The only reason I don't mind calamine lotion is because it's for the skin anyways. But it's also, it's not made for this purpose. So if you use it at your own risk. But I'm using that to mattify my skin. Especially because it's summertime. And I don't have a primer. I don't have a regular primer to just mattify my face. But yes, we're at Spice's video shoot. And Spice is filming a video with Mama Africa. And I really want Spice to get rid of that blue hair. I hate it. But at this point, it's definitely become a part of her signature look. So I can't be mad at that. When you are creating a brand, sometimes you got to do things that aren't like, I don't know. It's not nothing you would normally do. But clearly the blue hair is part of her brand at this point. So.
Boo. Tomato. I'm throwing tomatoes.
So the friend that we see Spice filming with is, I forget her name, Mita. And Mita has also nominated her for a Grammy. I guess she's part of the Grammy Association or whatever that is. So she good for something. But all of a sudden, we find out that Spice's friend Mita has been fucking Jock. I'm going to use a skin tone concealer at this point just to hit my dark spots. But yes, so Mita we know, or she reveals that Mita has been, I guess, sleeping with Jock for the past 3 years. And it's like, okay, Spice has definitely been on this show longer than this. So it's quite ironic that it's coming up now, especially because he's been engaged to Kendra for quite some time. So we already know this is about to be some mess. Like, Spice has been on the show for a while. Kendra has been on the show for a while. All of a sudden, you have a friend that has been with the Jock in the midst of, we seen the current wife that he had at one point, all these baby mamas, Carly Red, and now your friend has been messing with him the whole time. Girl, okay. So Spice feels like she is in the middle now. But girl, something tells me you've been in the middle and you just been kind of holding on to this information. Like, she calls a girl a friend, so I don't know how long they've been friends, but I guess, child. But we are going to blend out this concealer before I do my face. And I'm going to spray my brush with a setting spray before we get to that point. But yes, so after her and Mita are together and Mita reveals this information, we see Safari. And I do not care. I don't care about Safari, this whole Safari storyline. I know. I hate seeing Safari far more than I hate seeing Erica Mena. And both of their storylines are intertwined, but it's just annoying, okay? But anywho, we see Safari, and then Mendices and Kirk join him. So Safari brings up the fact that he might have taken Kirk's spot as the most hated man, or the most hated, like, male cast member on Love and Hip Hop. And yes, I think you're right. Safari says that he's even been in the airport one time and like a fan kind of ran up on him and is like, take care of your kids, which is hilarious. But even though Love and Hip Hop is scripted to a certain point, we kind of taking this for what it is. Erica told us that you weren't even in the room when she was giving birth to that second child. So it's giving you don't take care of your kids. But anywho, they end up getting on Jock. Mind you, it's Mendices, Kirk, and Safari. And they end up getting on Jock. And I don't know who says it, but somebody says that he needs to wait before he gets married. But how much longer should he wait? Because I think he proposed to her before the pandemic. So At the end of the day, if he proposed to her, then how much longer should he be waiting to marry her? So next I'm going to put on foundation, a combination of Maybelline's Superstay, and this is in Java, which is a little darker than me, and CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Wear 3-in-1 foundation in Cappuccino. And this is a new foundation, but I can imagine it has the same formula as their 3-in-1, what it used to be called. Is their 3-in-1 CoverGirl True Matte. True Blend Matte Made foundation. So I believe it looks the same. It also has the same exact packaging as the CoverGirl Queen Collection foundation. So I think they just keep repackaging it. I'm hoping so. And I'm just going to mix them together on my hand. So next we get to this home, and it's a beautiful home. Turns out it belongs to Ciara and her new beau, Eric. And they don't like each other right now. It is clear to see. That is what Ciara is telling us. So they're fussing about what her glam room is. Or they want this room to be her glam room. And I think he wants it to be something else. And so he eventually tells her, like, I feel like you have more going on and you're taking it out on me. And so she says that is not the case. But then she begins to pretty much elaborate about more things that she's dealing with. So girl, he was exactly right. But I don't know. She begins to bring up her kids and just her drama with her family, drama with her sister, her mom. And low-key, I don't have any sympathy for Ciara, only because she seems to move way too fast. Like, okay. So when we met her, she was divorcing or breaking up with her husband, the guy with the dreads that was messing with, I forget who the other girl was, but a few years ago he was messing with some other girl, and so he was breaking up with her. She was breaking up with him, but then she ends up with BK. She's with that guy, and then all of a sudden they're not together anymore. But then she immediately moves on to this guy, and they're engaged. Like, you move way too fast, and it's kind of hard to have sympathy for Ciara. But we leave that scene, and now Spice is home, and she's still with, I guess, I don't know, remember if the guy's a producer, but the guy with the dreads who, like, he got with her, but then all of a sudden had a problem that she was, like, twerking on guys, I guess, during her live performances. But she's still with him. And her and Shekinah are good now, and so we see flashbacks of her and Shekinah, and I guess Shekinah was too much drama for Spice, and we see that going on in the flashbacks. But I actually like them together. So Shekinah comes over when she's with her man and her kids, and so Shekinah reveals that she wants to plan something for Spice. During the scene, Spice reveals something about the Mita girl and her friend from the video shoot. And so Spice tells her that Mita and Jock have been dating for like 13 years. Mita says she's been sleeping with Jock for like 3 years. But I guess once her and Spice actually talk, she reveals that Mita has been messing with Jock off and on for 13 years. Mita says that she loves Jock and Jock loves her. So marriage or no marriage, like, pretty much they're gonna be messing around. Like, they're gonna be in each other's life.
That's wrong.
Oh, please, darling, cool it down.
So she need to whoop her ass.
So next I'm gonna use these two concealers to highlight. It's the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in Cafe. And then, of course, my good girl, the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Espresso. Mita told Spice, and of course Spice revealed to Shekinah that she stopped messing with Jock about 2 years ago, but even still the timeline overlaps from when the time that Jock proposed to Kendra. So then I think the part that kind of irritates me is that Mita, we're saying it was 2 years, but then Mita is like, she's giggling and being coy. Like, girl, are y'all still messing around currently? Or have you all of a sudden popped up on our TV screens because you're still fucking Jock? Like, let's be real. So, like, really, what's T-Girl? And I'm Shekinah to the bullshit. So, in my mind, I feel like Jock has babies that are actually younger than or have been around for less time that he's been with Kendra. So, let's just be real. Like, this whole situation is very messy. So, Spice says that she also believed that Jock and Mita have been messing around since he's been engaged. And it's like, girl, that's clear. So at the beginning of this scene, Spice says that she still thinks that Shekinah is messy. But I think that's quite funny because, girl, at this point, you're the messy one, not Shekinah. But of course, you bring Shekinah around to reveal this information as y'all get into filming because you want Shekinah to let the cat out the bag. No, ma'am, that's your friend. You let the cat out the bag. So, Spice is saying that her and Mita have a working friendship / relationship. Don't call the girl your friend, your best friend. Is she your friend or not? It seemed like y'all just cool, and of course y'all cool because she has this information that needs to get her on the show, right? So Spice says that maybe Mita is lying, but Shekinah said she's your friend and she's a grown-ass woman. This girl not lying on her pussy. So clearly we're going to see this unfold as the show goes on. So next we have Jock, and Jock is at his suit fitting for his wedding. He's with all his groomsmen, a couple of his sons. We still don't see Scrappy during the show. I don't know how long we are in the show now, but they Jock pretty much mentions that he hasn't seen Scrap in a while, and I guess Scrap has a lot going on. But whatever the case, Jock is at his suit fitting, and then Rich Dollars shows up. And so all of a sudden, Rich is on the Atlanta franchise. It seems to me that Love and Hip Hop New York and Love and Hip Hop Hollywood are no longer. But we see Rich Dollars for the first time in a minute. And he tells us that he's been living here 45 years. Which, sir, I guess, tell us anything. But he says Jock was his artist at Bad Boy, and this helps with my theory, my second theory, that Mona or whoever the powers that be are condensed in the franchise. So it looks like at one time they were gonna have all these different cities of Love and Hip Hop, but it looks like now they're trying to condense the franchise. So Rich Dollars is the newest cast member from New York to join the Atlanta franchise, along with Yandy, Erica Mena, and Safari. I guess they're mentioning the bachelor party that randomly took place before the suit fitting. So Rich asks Jock, does he think it's time? Rich is among all the other guys who are thinking like, is Jock really ready for this? Which, judging on the last scene, he's not. And so Jock says that it's been time. He's raising daughters and he's done playing in sandboxes. He wants to build a sandbox, which, very cute if we're gonna act like, he ain't been cheating the whole time. Like the whole phrasing, that whole thing would be great if this Mita girl ain't pop up. But yes, so the whole scene with Jock and his kids and Rich is very, cute or whatever. And so next we get to this party that Shekinah is having for Spice. And I'm going to blend out that concealer, just the edges of it, before I set it with powder. So they're having this party for Spice, and everybody is coming in before Spice, of course. And so Carly walks in. And it seems like everybody is mad at Carly. Shekinah's mad at Carly. Ciara's mad at Carly. And, you know, I've been watching this show all the seasons, and I still don't know why Carly is there. Like, it's very obvious that she starts drama. So I'm still not sure. I mean, clearly that's why she's a part of the show. But just as, like, a friend group, I don't know why anybody even wants to film with her. Like, I can't say that Carly is anybody's real friend. So I don't get that dynamic. But it looks like everybody is mad with Carly in this scene. So as everybody is coming in, you know, mind you, this is a party for Spice. So we see Mita walk in, which is the friend who revealed to Spice that she's been sleeping with Jock. So I'm like, all right, here come the bullshit. Here come the bullshit. And so Mita walks in, and Shekinah kind of immediately puts two and two together because, of course, Spice already told Shekinah about the tea. Carly asked about, Jock's wedding or whatever. And a wedding she's not invited to, mind you. And Ciara tells them that she's actually a bridesmaid. So Carly lets out this huge dramatic laugh. And then she falls out her seat. And she's still laughing. And it's like, the scene reminds me of when Life Jennings proposed to her. And I don't know if it was before or after he took the ring back, but she like fell out her seat and did the absolute most. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. And so yeah, apparently Carly finds it funny that Ciara is a part of the wedding. I'm going to spray my face before I set it. Mind you, I'm not going nowhere, but that's what I normally do. But anywho, Spice walks in or whatever, and then she ends up introducing Mita to Carly of all people. You know, you would think. Well, she introduces them to everybody, but she says it in a way like, oh, Carly, Mita also fucked Jock, or also dated Jock. So yeah, at this point, Carly reveals that she was invited to Jock's bachelor party. Mind you, same woman who was not invited to the wedding. And I feel like it was not okay. Not only do Jock and Carly have history, but even at the beginning of Jock and Kendra's relationship, Carly and Kendra didn't get along at first. Like, they got into it. So I think that's bullshit. But it's later revealed that Jock's friend invited Carly to the bachelor party, which, as far as I'm concerned, don't have friends around you that will put you in that type of shit. Like, total bull. So now I got the Juvia's Place Deep Dark Bronzer duo. And as you can tell, I've hit pan on this one. I use a darker color more. The light color I might use as a foundation powder from time to time, but I really like the dark to contour. Anywho, all the girls at the party are saying that they don't agree with Carly being at the bachelor party. And Carly says that her and Jock are friends and that she thought it would be funny and silly. How the fuck is it funny and silly when every time you turn around, you're either revealing to us that Jock has tried to holler at you, or you and Jock still messing around, or basically that Jock still likes you. Like, if you was a woman of any type of integrity, you would kind of stay away from the foolishness. But clearly you don't give a damn. And it's great for TV. So you can miss us with the whole, oh, you and Jock are friends. Y'all are the worst type of friends, because don't give me friends who have like not only been together before, but y'all still messing around. Foolishness. But yeah, it's clear to me at this point that, you know, I've never liked Carly Red, and we know that this is a show, but we're gonna act like it's real. We know that this is a show, but Carly deserves an ass whooping for old and for new. Okay? But Carly also says that Jock is not ready to be married, which on this, you know, at this point, we can understand why she would say that. Like, of course you could say that, but girl, no kidding. We can clearly see why. So, I love that Rennie Rucci, who is there because they're bringing her into this whole little storyline. Rennie Rucci says, so you were the sacrificial lamb to determine that? And I love that she said that, because show or no show, script or no script, bitch, you dead ass wrong for your contribution in the bull. So let's not act like, you know, you're innocent. Of course, Jock is the man. Jock is the one that's with Kendra. But you are also wrong for your contribution. Let's not ignore that. You dead ass wrong. So now I'm going to set my whole face with a face powder. And because I normally use a CoverGirl bronzer, but I don't have that much of that left, so I'm going to use the bronzer out of this palette to set my whole face. Over the white part, sweep that away, all of that. But yeah, pretty much this whole part kind of further determined what I already knew, which is that Carly Red is trash. Carly Red is a whole clown. And, you know, Jock may be wrong, but you're definitely wrong for the part you play. Maybe you didn't fuck him there at that bachelor party, but why are you even there? Huh? Why are you even there? And of course, the cameras weren't quote unquote there to record it for the show, but you can tell that they're there just to make sure we have all the tea. So Carly then compares her timeline with Mita, and they are slapping fives and all that good stuff. And it's very messy at this point. So Spice then says she thought the night was about her, which is like, girl, I would have sympathy for you if you truly, like, if you weren't the one who brought all of this to us. But at the end of the day, you brought this storyline to Shekinah. You then brought up at your own event that Mita, you know, you introduced Mita to Carly. So I'm like, girl, fuck out of here with that. Oh, I thought this party was about me. If you truly wanted it to be about you, you wouldn't have brought it up. Fuck out of here. So now we're going to take my favorite blush palette, which looks a mess. That's how you know I use it all the time. It is the e.l.f. blush palette in dark. And it has that blush, which I hit Japan on. I always use these two. And I'm going to use the one that, maybe I'll use this one. It's very brown girl friendly, dark skin friendly. I'm dark brown, dark skin, light skin, beige, fluorescent beige. I'm black. Bend down, bend up, bend broke down, bounce back. If you're into the Beyonce album, which if you're not, then why not? But anyways, it's pretty much my face. If we're gonna have a face, this is pretty much what I do. I'm gonna put a little bit of this highlighter on my nose. Stick my finger in it, put a little bit on my nose, come down the bridge. A brush, blend it out. The only thing I'm missing is eyeliner and a lip color, which is normally what I would do for an everyday look. So yeah, at this point in the show, I'm gonna spray with my setting spray. At this point in the show, Carly is like, oh, we sister wives. Like, that's a cute thing to say. You're sister wives, but neither one of you is the actual woman that Jock proposed to. Man, I don't know. I was rooting for Jock. I wanted this to be like positive and a good thing, but as you can tell, it's about to be some mess. And at the very least, at least it makes for a good show, because I think I do the social media thing a lot. So I think him and Kendra literally got married on the same day as Monyetta, which is a friend of the girls, Neo's ex. Monyetta got married. And so I feel like half of the Atlanta friends went to Monyetta's wedding. I know Candy did. And then half of the friends went to Jock's wedding. And I specifically remember Safari and Erica Mena being there, just because it was like, oh, they're sitting together. What's going on? So I remember all of that happening. And as far as I know, Kendra actually went through with getting married. It's just kind of sad that whatever she's doing right now is a part of her, her storyline, because storyline or not, it seems to me that the man that you're about to walk down the aisle with has been cheating on you. So good luck with that girl. I always thought that she was too good for Jock, but I mean, the heart wants what it wants, right? But I'm gonna put on this eyeliner because I don't really do fake lashes. I don't even do mascara all the time, but I absolutely need like a black liner. So let's see if I can do that, and then I'm gonna put on a lip. So now I'm going to use a combination of my favorite lipsticks, which are the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit lipsticks. And this is in Give Me Mocha and Moth Topic. So I really love to outline my lips with this, whatever I use for the middle. But today will be the Give Me Mocha. And I might even put a little bit of my Jordana Sweet Cream. Jordana is no longer even a company, okay? So last time I bought this, I bought 2 of them. I really loved them. I don't know what I'm going to do after that. I'm going to see if I can find it on eBay. But literally, Jordana.com does not even work anymore. And Jordana, you used to be able to go to any Walgreens and you would see the products. Some of my favorite products, but whatever. I'm going to outline my lips with this and then go in with the lighter colors. So yes, y'all, this is my face. This is my go-to face. No mascara, no lashes. I really like black eyeliner. I really love like a little simple cat eye as far as my eyes go. So I don't do a whole lot. I really just I'm all for like a bare natural, well, not bare. I'm all for like a natural face. A natural neutral face with like a nice brown 90s lip. And yeah, I feel the cutest when I do this, guys. So that was the end of this show. There's a ratchet ass show, and that is the end of my makeup. I hope you guys liked it. Child, in the middle of it, my friend dropped by. I went out there, I had a couple shots. The hair is a little more frizzy than it was when I started the video, but yeah, sis. Yeah, that was the first episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, season 14. I guess the second half of it. Are we on season 14? My God. Yeah, child, season 14. Damn, 1 year, 1 season each year? Maybe? My dad died 5 years ago. I just can't believe we've been doing this for 14 years. I feel like I graduated from high school 14 years ago. They probably squeezed a couple in for each year, but sheesh. I'm a little bit tipsy. I'm a lot bit tipsy. But yes, I had to drink with my homegirl. I had to drink to get through this. I love this hair. If y'all like this hair, if y'all like this wig, this is Lush Hair Suite. This is my new Brazilian deep curly. It might replace my signature curly. I really love this. This is like 2-week curls. By 2 weeks, I mean, I washed it, I conditioned it, I styled it, and I wear it for a second, I hang it up, and then I bring it back down. Basically, I've hung it up, bring it back down, hung it up, bring it back down for probably about 4 or 5 wears now. Every video that I've worn with this wig, I have not restyled it. I just hung it up and brought it back down. So if y'all like it, cause y'all, I love it. Just hit me up. I have it available on lushhairsuite.com soon. But also, if you like these videos, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This was fun. I might do the makeup review, the video thing again, so I can get into it, figure out what I'm doing. But yeah, I hope you guys liked it. Regardless, don't forget to support your girl. And don't forget to comment, subscribe, like it if you like it. And I will see you guys next time. But don't forget, stay tuned. While I have this face on, while I have this hair, I'm going to record 2 more videos. I'm about to do Love and Hip Hop Miami, and I'm about to do Black Ink Crew Chicago. So yeah, stick around. Don't forget to watch the next videos. But I will see you guys next time. Bye.